Hello, everyone. Good morning or good afternoon to wherever you are sitting in the world. Thank you so much for joining us for this webinar today on navigating your wells faster and safer. Thank you very much for joining. So I have G and Melissa with me here today. I will let them take the mic shortly to introduce themselves. Just a bit of practical information before we start. This is a fairly short webinar, about 30 minutes. So we will go through some technical background, a demo, and of course, be able to answer your questions in the end. So you have the chat feature on the side here. Feel free to put in any questions during the webinar. We will make sure to address them in the end. If you do, however, want to remain anonymous, you can click on the private chat and message me directly. I'll leave a link in the chat if you wish to proceed that way. Yes, I think that's it for introduction. So G and Melissa, please go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Yes, hi, my name is Melissa Magalhães, and I am the product strategy and management manager here at Drilling. And my background is in petroleum engineering with a master's in drilling. And I've been working with digitalization and automation during my master's.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. My name is G, and I have around 10 years R&D experience, mostly in well modeling, predictive analysis, and optimization, and currently focusing on drilling digitalization and automation with digital twins and AIs. I'm currently the Chief Technology Officer here, and today we will together go through our new product, WellBase. So the agenda here is we start with the technology background and then highlights. After that, we will have a most exciting demo to show how is the functionalities and how can we use the WellBase to help us in drilling operations. And then we would have customer success examples and then QA question and answers. So first, let's talk about first our technology in e-drilling. The technology development from e-drilling actually started from late 1990s. We're aiming to develop a navigation system, just like Google Map, if you like, for drilling engineers. It was enabled by physical modeling, AI, digital twin technologies, and 3D visualization. So e-drilling developed a suite of drilling solutions that help you navigate your well faster, safer, and easier. In 2008, we first launched our Well Ahead. This is a product that we can do real-time automatic monitoring, optimization, and supervisory. Meanwhile, we think visualization together with this kind of modeling and results would be even better. So in 2014, we launched the standalone WellBase using the OpenGL. And that's the first version of WellBase 3D. And last year, WellBase has been successfully implemented to our new microservice product, WellGuide, to do the real-time drilling optimization for both drilling and tripping. So the WellBase can be incorporated in both other softwares and microservices and used as standalone. Meanwhile, it's worth mentioning that starting from 2020, we have launched a few new projects on CCUS and geothermal energy. We are trying to transfer our drilling technology from oil and gas industry to some other new green energies. And for 2023, this year, the WellBase the app is in the App Store, and we are welcoming new third-party programs to be integrated together to take advantage of this visualization tool. Just a few highlights for WellBase. First, it is a very useful tool to help you to navigate your wells faster, safer, and easier. The key features here that first you would have a window looking into what's happening around the wellbore and along the drill string, even with the formation tops information and seismic information. And also, together with those kind of drilling tools, BHAs and geological information showing together, you will have an upgraded drilling experience with 3D visualization for both planning and for the operational phases, so that you can also embrace and extend the existing solutions or hardwares and incorporate them together to show your results and your modeling results, your prediction results, and even optimization results, all in this visualization platform. So the benefits from using this software can include, first, it will integrate multi-source informations, make them visible and displayed in its context. And then you would improve the risk management by risk visibility along wellbore, along drill strings, and ahead of the bit. These risks can be notifications or diagnostics from other software or from our eDrilling software. Therefore, together you will have reduced the non-productive time by avoid trouble times, and this is supported for both planning and operational phases. So this is the highlights. We of course know that it's more fun to dive into the software. So next, Melissa will take us to go through the details of the software. Melissa?
Yes, let me just share my screen pretty quickly. One moment. Okay. Can you guys see the screen?
Yes, we can, Melissa.
Yes? Okay. So this is WellVis. Right now I have opened the ConocoPhillips S9 EcoFisk well. They allow us to do a replay on it. So we also have it connected with WellVis, another software, our drilling simulation software called Well Ahead. And for WellVis, you can set it up by opening a new operation or by doing a replay of an operation that has already happened. So how you do it is you connect it with your WeXML server for the company. And you can also have it open on the WebGL. And if you don't have a WeXML server, you can bring the data that you have and you can add the data on WellVis itself. So right now I have two screens here. I have one screen showing us the casing shoe and one showing the bit. It's following the bit. So for this, we can actually split the screens as many times as we would like. So just by right-click and going to view, you can split horizontally or vertically. And if you add a new screen, this means you can follow a different object. So let's say you have multiple objects in your string that are in risk of going with a low ACD or a high ACD above the operational window. So you can follow that object. So for instance, if you right click and put follow reamer, it will show you where the reamer is, and you can keep constant watch over that object. Let's close these screens and have the one on the bit. So one moment, I need to check server. And there we go. Yes, so right now we are following the bit, and we have three different view modes for the drill string. So we can use fly mode, which is Control-1. So fly mode allows you to move the screen however you would like. So you can go up and down, you can go sideways, you can rotate. For the second one, we have the trajectory mode, view mode. So the trajectory view mode, it follows the trajectory up and down the well. So you can go up and down through this line right here and just follow the trajectory through this. And of course, you have the one I already showed, which is follow item, where you can pick any item in your drill string and you can observe that item. So I'll just keep on the drill bit here. So to view all of the objects from your drill string, you can come here to the left corner or on view and put objects, and it will open here all of the objects for you. So as you guys can see, we have some information being displayed here in the drill string. This information can vary from being information regarding sensors. So for instance, the depth sensor, or in here, this one right here is the ECD for the PWD. So you can add this sensor information here on the left tab, and you can pick to add this information on the drill string or the well. And this information can come from the, so for instance, if you have the real-time drilling simulator, you can have the information from the calculations that you're doing on the simulation. So for instance, the flow model or the torque and drag, or you can have the real-time information coming from the WML server. Apart from sensors, we also have some gauges here on the right side. You can add or remove them from the same window. So right now I have the measured ECD for the casing shoe, for the PWD, and for the weak zone on the well, which is for us is 2,200 meters, which is the top of the reservoir. And we also have the weight on beat here on the side. All of the information that you want to be displayed in the gauges can be picked from the simulator and from the WML server. And you can change the maximum and minimum values that you want to put on the gauges according to your drill plan. So all of this information is personalized to the operation itself and to what the driller or anyone using the software wishes to see. This is really nice because it means multiple people can have multiple different informations being displayed, even though they are looking to the same operation. We also have here some informations on some notifications that we have received from our simulator, drilling simulator, on an unexpected decrease in torque or decrease in the standard pressure pipe. So if you are using a simulator that gives you notifications regarding this type of information, they will be displayed here in the WellVis. So to see this information, you can come in here and you can pick to visualize them according to the possibility of them happening, and as well as according to type. And this is all dependable on which type of simulator you are using with WellVis. And we also have this one here, information. So this tab is information that is added by the user themselves. So if you have information from the drill plan or from previous drilled wells that were drilled in the same reservoir and you wish to add that information into this well, you can add and it would be displayed such as this one. For instance, we had an information from the drill plan that this location has a possible fault. So we were able to add this information here in the well. And it's very easy to add. You just right click and put add, and then you can add any information. So let's say I have an information of washout, a place with a washout. You can just put washout and add an icon if you wish to add an icon. Let's just use this one. And let's say it's at 2012 meters, and you will add that information at 2012 meters. Yes, right there, as we can see. So anybody that has access to the operation can add information into the well or the drill string. This means that you are able to do handovers easier, because if something happened when you were drilling that it's not displayed from the simulator, then you can add it yourself, and then the person that is getting the handover from you, they would be able to see everything that happened throughout the drilling through the WellVis. So the informations can be, of course, seen ahead of the bit. For instance, we have a possible fault, we have a stringer interval right there, and we also have the top of the reservoirs. And they can also be behind the bits. So that's all of the information that has already occurred. And apart from that, if we come closer, you can see it's a 3D visualization. So you are able to see the cuttings going up the string while we are drilling. And when we are not drilling, you are able to see that the cuttings, they stop going up and there is no cutting since you are not drilling. Apart from that, if we zoom out a bit, you can see some extra information on the reservoir and on the field itself. So right here, we can see we have some other drilled wells from the same field that were added into this operation. And we're able to see where they are and how close they are to the current well that it's being drilled. We also have in here some plots. The orange plot is a temperature plot, and the green plot right here, this is the cuttings plot. So as you can see it closer to the bit, it's fluctuating because currently we are drilling. So you're getting the cuttings going up and down. And on the rest of the drill string, you can see it's very it's not fluctuating, it's more constant. That's because there is a constant flow of cuttings. If you wish to add another plot, we can have a plot on ECD, on pressure, on density. Let's pick ECD, for instance. You can just put main view and you'll be added in here. Right now it's being displayed on top of the temperature. So to fix that, we come to view, object properties. And on the offset here, you can just change the offset and then the plot would be added separately. So we can display multiple plots in here, which is also really nice for the information that you can add that you add into WellVis. If you are going to a tripping or a tripping or a trip out, you will be able to see that occurring in real time through the drill string. And we also have here this part here. It's called tunnel shapers. So for instance, if you had drilled a part of the well that it's tight or that has or that is wide, you can add a tunnel shaper. Let's say we got a tight spot and I want to add a tight spot. Then you can add, let's say 2010 to 2020. And then you'll be able to visualize there the tight spot. So let's follow the trajectory here. Yes, so as you can see, it will show me a red color. So you know when you're going through this area, if you have the reamer or stabilizer or the BHA going through this area, you know exactly when it's going through it and what to be expected on this area. You can also change the intensity of the color. Let's say if you don't want it to be as intense. So, and for wide, if you have a washout or a wide part of the well, you will display it in another color. So this case is blue. So let's go back to the bit. Right now we are going through an area where we have a possible fault. And I'll let it run for a bit. We're currently gonna go through a connection, but I'll show you some more information. So for instance, if you like to have a 2D view of your well, you can just click here and you will add the 2D view as well as having the 3D view. And you can also see the operational window in here on the 2D. Yes, you can have informations. If you have any seismic data that you wish to add, that can also be added to WellVis. And we can also add information such as whipstock, advisory system, fluids informations, and trajectory information, and other types as well. So yes, I think that's mostly what I wanted to talk about. Right now, it's going pretty slow, but it might start pulling out pretty soon. So in about 2 meters, it will start pulling out for a connection. But why don't we go back into the slideshow, and we can talk a bit more about the customer success. I'll stop sharing right now.
So thanks very much, Melissa, for showing us how that works. And I'm going to go back to the slide. So can you see the presentation back now?
Yes.
So as I mentioned before, WellVis is not actually a new product, but we have developed from 2014, but relaunched right now because the features and the functionalities are continuously enhanced during the demands from customers. So from a previous example of using this EcoFisk well, the customers do have provided a lot of valuable feedbacks. And to summarize, the benefits of using WellVis is generally you would have you can easily visualize the wellbore, geostring, BHE tools at each depth, together with the ECD, dogleg severity, those kind of important parameters that the drillers cares about. And these can be realized during drilling, tripping, running into the hole, pulling out of the hole, running the liners, and even completions and the P&A process. So it generally reduced the trouble time by analyzing together with the WellVis. For example, as mentioned by Melissa, you can help analyze the loss of hook load due to the liner passing a big dogleg section, or aware of trouble zones, so that you know that there will be a tight hole, formation changes, etc. And also can easily quality check the tools. For example, if you are reaming, you would have the positioning before you can activate it. Of course, you can more efficiently hand over of all the information integrated in the same platform to your colleagues. So in general, the benefits for using this is the saved cost and time. We have heard from the customer that using this WellVis can possibly save $5 to $7 million US due to the trouble time avoided. This is implemented in the Well B07. And of course, it can help you to prevent the stuck pipe or damaged tools or losing of the well, and also improving the tripping KPIs. So that's the main success example. And of course, it's too short to show everything, but we would like to take any questions if you have.
Yes, thank you so much, Dee and Melissa. Let me change the layout here so we can see each other again. There we go. Very good. So no questions so far. Again, feel free to write in the chat. While we do wait, I thought we can address some common questions that we do get from customers and our partners when working with our 3D visualization tool. And one of these questions is if you can add information from more than just one well.
Yes, I can answer that. So yes, you can definitely add information from more than one well. So like you were able to see during the demo, we had information on all of the wells that had been drilled in the EcoFisk field, and they were displayed in the WellVis. So you can also have any information that is from different wells. So for instance, geophysics on seismic, lithology information, all of this can be added into your well. in order so you know when you're going through a possible fault area, an area where you might get any stringers or any other problems from the lithology or anything like that. So it's definitely possible to have information from other wells in there.
Good. Thank you, Melissa, for clarifying. I see another question here is if there are other users than ConocoPhillips, so I can answer to that. The answer is yes. What we have presented today is a feature that is today integrated with our solutions for both real-time engineering, well planning, and well simulation. So this is an existing feature. We are just choosing now to move forward and presenting this feature as a separate tool that can be integrated with the existing systems that our customers or the companies have. So yes, lots of other users than ConocoPhillips, correct?
Yes, just to follow up with that, there are two ways to use this kind of software. One is the customer would require this software as a standalone and incorporate with their own models. And also the other way is using this together with other e-drilling softwares, for example, Well Guide as a microservice for optimizing your drilling and tripping operational parameters. So we have this Wellbase built in the Well Guide to facilitate your decision making. And I also see a question I can take care. Do model values come from in-house built digital twin? Yes, basically we have two kind of data. The first is real-time data streaming directly from the drilling operations. That's the Wellbase, and that's the real-time data. And the other calculated data and predict scenarios or the what-if situations for recognition or diagnostic of the drilling problems are from our digital twin model and physical modeling, and also AI for the model-based reasonings. So yes, the model values are coming from the digital twins, but it could be our own digital twin from e-drilling, or it could be your own software that can provide calculated results.
Another question here. How do you model RT lithology change while drilling that introduces coupled vibrations such as whirl, HFTO, and so on? Good question. Gia, Melissa, is that one you want to address as well?
Yeah, thanks for this question. For now, we don't exactly model the real-time lithology change, but we do have some historical data from nearby wells from our geological model. We could see the formation tops, and we could have the lithology information about each formation layers. But I don't think, I'm not 100% sure, but I don't think we have the model real-time lithology change from our digital twin models.
Yes, I believe the lithology information comes from the logs. So from the WITSML data, not from a model.
So another question from Simon Austin. Is there a geosteering capability in this application? The short answer, of course, is yes. We could use our Wellbase in the geosteering process, and that could be incorporated with other control or other softwares for geosteering. But here, the main job of Wellbase is to show dynamically in the real time where your wellbore, your well bit, and your well tools are located right now, and how is the wellbore situation, and how do you going into the formation. That kind of information is, of course, very important to geosteering. So yes, it can be incorporated with other softwares for geosteering operations. There is a great potential for that.
Oh, good.
Thanks for the question.
Seems like there are no further questions, and also we are on time, so maybe we can wrap it up there. Actually, our last question is how this is installed. So maybe G, you can elaborate in terms of web app or on computer. Sure.
As mentioned before, it depends on how you want to use this. You can install it as a standalone application, which is how Melissa did, but you would connect to other softwares like we have here, e-drilling, Wellhead, Well Guide, the other digital twin models to calculate the values and feedback to the Wellbase in real time. But so first you can install as a standalone product. Otherwise, if you want incorporating other drilling softwares, you can build them together. For example, in our Well Guide is a microservice tool to help you optimize your drilling. And we have these wellways integrated in that microservice. So you would check back and forth to see how that support your decision making in drilling process.
Thank you, G, for clarifying. All right, so no further questions. I think we will leave it at that. Thank you so much, Melissa and G, for this demo. And thank you to everyone who joined this webinar today. You will receive a recording link after the webinar as well if you wish to rewatch this. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a good rest of your day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.